What was announced at Apple's Glowtime event? So, on September 9th, Apple just announced all their new iPhones, AirPods, Apple Watches, and software updates. So I'm here to let you guys know what was announced and my 2 cents on all of what's to come. Let's start with the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro. Well, the iPhone 16 comes with a bunch of new colors. Aquamarine, which is like a bluish purple, teal, pink, white, and black. They are a lot more vibrant than the last gen iPhone 15 colors. The cameras are back to being spaced vertically, just like they were on the iPhone X, XS, 11, and 12. And that's so that they are spaced correctly to shoot spatial video. So all 5 people with an Apple Vision Pro can see it. The iPhone 16 has the new A18 processor, better battery life, plus the action button has made its way to the base model iPhone. For the first time, however, Apple seems to have added a button rather than remove it with the all-new camera control button. It's on the right side of the phone, placed right under the power button. It uses Force Touch as well as the haptic engine to simulate presses, and it lets you open the camera app, take photos, and you can even swipe to control different camera features and different camera settings. You can do it all with that one button. That's actually pretty useful. The display is still stuck at 60 Hz, which for an $800 phone is pretty disappointing. But I guess high refresh rates to Apple are still pro. Speaking of pro, let's get into the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. The 16 Pro comes in 4 colorways, a blacker black than the iPhone 15, a whiter white than the iPhone 15, the same natural titanium, and then a new desert titanium, which is honestly just brown. The cameras are mostly the same, except for the upgrade of the wide-angle sensor. To join the main camera, the wide-angle camera now has a 48 megapixel sensor. The iPhone 16 Pro can now shoot in 4K 120 FPS, which is great, except for those file sizes. Speaking of cameras, the iPhone 16 Pro also has that new camera control button on the same side, right under the power button. The 16 Pro now has 4 rear-facing microphones and a new audio mixing feature, which from the demonstrations that Apple showed, seems pretty cool. Of course, the 16 Pro has better battery life, a slightly larger screen, and the A18 Pro chip. The upgraded chips in both the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro are to power all the new Apple Intelligence features that are coming soon. But I'll get into that in 1 second. Now for the AirPods. The AirPod 4s have been announced. They have a slightly updated shape, and for the first time ever, you can get noise cancellation on the normal AirPods. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. There aren't any new AirPod Pros, but the AirPod Pros 2 are getting a pretty large update. They'll be able to give you a hearing exam, give you far better hearing protection, and can act as hearing aids, like real certified hearing aids. All with an update, at no additional cost if you already have the earbuds. This can be pretty useful, especially with how expensive hearing aids are. $250 for hearing aids is actually very competitive. And now, the moment I have been waiting for 4 years. New AirPod Maxes! Oh, wait, there's nothing new about them. They just have new colors and a USB-C port. There's no other upgrades on their functionality. No support for lossless audio, the last gen H1 chip, and they are heavy as all get out. This is not turning out to be my favorite Apple event, but let's keep going. There's the new Apple Watch Series 10 and a new colorway for the Apple Watch Ultra 2. The Series 10 is thinner, has a larger display, and now comes in titanium. There are a few more colors, along with the ability to now play media straight through the Apple Watch speakers. With new depth and water temperature sensors, these new Apple Watches seem to be tailored to those involved in water sports. One of the most interesting features about these new Apple Watches is that they can now detect symptoms of sleep apnea. With this feature and the AirPod Pro's big update, it's clear Apple seems to be taking steps towards the user's health. And the Apple Watch Ultra 2 has a new color. Finally, let's talk about iOS 18 and Apple Intelligence. Overall, iOS 18 really just brings some customization features, RCS messaging, and a couple revamped apps. What Apple is really proud of is Apple Intelligence. And again, there's not really much I can say until it's here. There's talk about image generation, writing tools, and a whole new Siri. It has promises to completely rework how you use your phone. But until it comes out, we won't know for sure. And just a heads up, if you get the new iPhone, you won't know for sure either. The iPhone 16 lineup will be shipped with iOS 18, but Apple Intelligence features won't be rolled out until a couple months down the line. So your fancy new iPhone 16 that was built around Apple Intelligence will come with normal Siri and no fancy AI features until later revisions of the update are rolled out. Just make sure you take into account what you'll actually be getting when you make the purchase instead of buying the iPhone because of the promises that Apple makes you. But that's just what I think. If you enjoyed this quick summary of the September 2024 Apple event, then feel free to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments about what you think of these newest Apple announcements. Well, make sure you stay tuned for next week's review. And until then, I'll see you guys later.